Welcome, brothers and sisters. Ify here with a video about a bleu type of fragrance from an Oriental or Middle Eastern house, Haramain. This one is from the Amber Oud line and it's called Amber Oud Bleu edition. Now this comes in a 60 ml bottle and this is how the bottle looks. Pretty good looking bottle, feels good in the hand, feels of high quality. And honestly, this line was one of my favorites line from Haramain, but it seems like with this one, it's going down a bit. Because I used to think that in this line, you were getting the best bang for buck fragrances from Haramain. But this one is quite the disappointment. Why? I thought and I hoped it's going to be a really good clone of Bleu de Chanel. Because obviously, when you see a fragrance from these houses named Bleu, the color bleu, then obviously they're trying to clone Bleu de Chanel. But let me tell you from the beginning, if anyone tells you that this is a good clone of Bleu de Chanel, don't believe it. This sells for around 50 to 70 pounds in UK. For that price, it's not worth it. Why? Because there are better alternatives, better clones of Bleu de Chanel, cheaper. This one smells more like a generic bleu type of fragrance. The performance is average. You were probably wondering, why do I keep this small bottle of Nautica Blue on my desk? Why? Because this reminds me of this, especially in the opening, where it's just this bleu synthetic generic type of smell. Cheap also, like this one. This is a cheap fragrance. So from this one, I wouldn't expect it to be really good. It's just cheap, plain bleu aquatic type of fragrance. And this one costs somewhere between 10 to 20 pounds for the big bottle, the 100 ml. So you see here why the disappointment. Because you're not getting what you're paying for with this fragrance. It does start to smell similar in the dry down to Bleu de Chanel, but I don't think it reaches that point where I can say that, yes, finally, a good clone of Bleu de Chanel. I don't think to this day I have found the perfect clone of Bleu de Chanel. I think most of the attempts from these houses have, I wouldn't say failed, but they didn't seem to get close enough to Bleu de Chanel. Now I've seen that they're trying to do Bleu de Chanel with a twist. Maybe that's what Haramain tried to do here, but the twist doesn't really work in their favor because the twist here is just making the fragrance smell generic. So Haramain Amber Oud Bleu edition, it's a no for me. Guys, this was my humble opinion about this fragrance. If you love this fragrance, that's fine. You can wear whatever fragrance you want as long as you're happy. And this is the end of this video. But until the next one, keep smelling great.